Welcome to this Camtasia video demonstrating Middlesex Hospital's electronic request to reschedule, reinstate, and cancel cases. This video will demonstrate the electronic process for requesting a case to be rescheduled, a canceled case to be reactivated, or a case to be canceled. We will first start by finding the existing case using the Schedule Inquiry screen located in the appointment book. This inquiry process can be used for any of these requests. In the appointment book, the inquiry button can be found in the View menu located at the top of the appointment book. The icon looks like an eye. When launched, the Schedule Inquiry window will display. You will click on the Person tab. I will demonstrate a few different ways to find the case by using an inquiry. The first and easiest way to find the case is by surgical case number. If you have the number, select the surgery case number inquiry from the drop-down. You will next enter the surgical case number in the field. Please note that MCSC 2016 is already displayed, so you just have to fill out the remainder of the case number. In this instance, we will type 2552. And your next step is to click Find. The case information will be displayed on the right-hand side of the screen. Next, I will demonstrate the steps necessary if you don't have the surgical case number. First, we'll clear the screen using the Clear button located on the bottom next to Find. Your next step is to select the Person Schedule Inquiry standard from the drop-down to search for the case using the patient's name. You will next click on the ellipsis button to the right of the person name field to get the person search window. There are a number of different options to search for a patient. If you have the patient's medical record number, enter the medical record number in the MRN field. And you can see on the screen I have entered the medical record number. Your next step would be to click the search button. If you have the patient's social security number, enter this number in the SSN field. And you can see on your screen I have entered the Social Security number in the SSN field. And of course your next step would be to click the search button. If you don't have either of these numbers, enter the patient's name by typing the last name, a comma, and then the first name. In this example, we will be rescheduling a case for Test Kathleen. And you can see on the screen I have entered Test Kathleen in the name field. And you click the search option. And you can see on the screen that Test Kathleen has appeared on the right-hand side, and you will click OK when you have located your patient. Your next step in the Schedule Inquiry window is to click the Find button to find the case that you're looking for. Once you've found the case, you can request a reschedule, request a reactivation, or request to cancel. In this first example, we will request a reschedule. So you highlight the case information located on the right-hand side of the screen by clicking on it, and then you do a right-click, roll your mouse down to Request, and then roll your mouse over the menu to select Reschedule. And you can see on your screen the Request to Reschedule window is displayed. You will click on the Action Details tab. You will enter in the comments field the information that you would like changed on the case. In this example, we want the date changed from July 29th to August 5th, and we want to move the case from the hospital to the surgical center, so we will just type that into the comments field. And you can see on your screen that I have filled in the request in the comments field. In this field, you can also type in a procedure change, additional equipment needed, a PA that is needed, or anything else that needs to be changed or added to the case. Once complete, you will click OK. Next, to demonstrate a reactivation of a canceled case, we would do almost exactly the same process. For our example, we will reactivate case number MCSC 2016-2557 by using the surgery case number inquiry and typing in 2557 and clicking Find. So your first step is to highlight the case information on the right-hand side of the screen. And you next right-click, roll your mouse down to Request, and then roll your mouse over to select Reschedule. And you can see on your screen the Request to Reschedule window is displayed. You will click on the Action Details tab, and you will enter in the comments field that you are requesting a case to be reactivated and the date requested. If any of the other details need to be changed, include that information in the comment field as well. In this example, we'll type reactivate case and put on the schedule for August 5th. MD requests 8:30 a.m. And you can see on your screen I have filled this information in the comments field. You will next click OK. Finally, to demonstrate a request to cancel, I will show you how to cancel a case that you find in the appointment book grid. So our first step here on the screen is to close the Schedule Inquiry screen. If you know the date, the time, and the OR that the doctor has a block, you could go to the appointment book and find the case in the appointment book grid. So the first step that we will do is we will click on the date in the calendar. For this example, the case that we want to cancel is scheduled on the 22nd of August. So let's navigate to August and click on August 22nd. The patient's name is Heather, and it appears in OR2 at 7:30 a.m. You will click on the case in the grid, and your next step is to do a right click, and then roll your mouse over to Actions, and then roll your mouse over to Request, and select Cancel. And you can see on your screen that the Request for Cancel window will display. Again, we will click on the Action Details tab, and we will type in the reason for cancellation in the comments field. In this example, I will type Requested by MD. And you can see on your screen I have filled in the comments field with Requested by MD. And your next step is to click OK. This concludes this Camtasia video demonstrating how to request a case to be rescheduled, how to request a case to be reactivated, and how to request a case to be canceled.